So, my name's David Berube. I write software for the commercial casting industry. That's the incredibly boring process by which me or them. That's the. Well, I've actually had that response at Microsoft groups before, believe it or not. What was I talking about? Commercial casting. That's the process by which an idea for a commercial becomes an actual commercial. Specifically, the part where you picked what out of the 200,000 or so actors in Los Angeles and the 2 million or so who call themselves actors at bars actually get booked for a spot. So we do some ridiculously boring software, probably the only unexciting part of casting in Hollywood, but I get to use the word agents and actors a lot, which is nice. So my talk is entitled How to Turn Inevitable Startup Failure into a Slim Chance for Success. And my first slide is fairly simple. Ask the question, why do you want to start up? Why do you want to join a startup? Which is an excellent question. I was going to say some things that directly contradicted Tim, so now I won't. I will be good. But one of the things I get a lot when I talk to people about startups is they want to change the world, they want this, and that. I was going to explain how hard that is, and but I will say that if you're going to change the world, and that's your purpose of a startup, you have to realize that you want to do it in a way that's economically sustainable. And most of the ideas I see from people aren't. You will not have the money to do what you want to do. And I want to talk about exactly how you're going to change the world. I was going to talk a little bit about that before. That's hard. I'm politically neutral, but Tim isn't, so maybe that's something you want to do if you do Tim's thing. But the point is that it's hard to find something that does that changes the world and works in the long term. It's easy to do things for a week or a month, but it's difficult in the long term to have enough money to actually do something. And I'm pressing a button and it's not changing the slide.
Put the mic closer to your mouth as well, right here.
Right. So the big question is your idea sane? The technology standpoint, I think most of the people here are pretty comfortable with. Can you pull it off? I know for me that's the first thing I think about when I get ideas from my boss or from other people. But there's a lot of other standpoints. Business-wise, can you make people actually use this? That's hard. Economically, can you make money doing this? Even if you want to change the world, you have to make enough money or get enough money from somebody to pay for all the things you want to do at the absolute least. So economically, these things have to make sense. And unfortunately, both the business and the economic part of these things are as hard or harder than programming and the technology parts. We hate it when someone says, well, can't you make the software change? It's easy. And you say, well, it's not easy. And the same thing happens technologically, already said that, business and economics. People say, oh, you assume, well, we do this, then we'll sell ads, it's easy. Well, no, it's not that easy. It's complicated. And that should probably be most of what you're thinking about, much more than the technology part. The next question is, would you know if it wasn't? A lot of times you think you do, you probably would not. Most of these people, myself included, can't tell a good startup idea whether it's going to make sense from a bad one. Most of the people you look up to and respect are probably technology people, not business people. And lastly, are you trying to make money by selling a product, or are you trying to make money by selling technology to a company, to eventually sell your company to somebody else? Very different models here. Last slide, briefly talk about how to learn about business. The best way is to do experience. Unfortunately, experience involves having, usually, a bunch of failed startups. And if you don't have it by now, you probably don't want to have some failures before you get there. One of the best ways to find out, the next two items are books by business people. Often we want to read books by technology people about technology startups, but there's a lot of business wisdom that has nothing to do with technology. There's hundreds of years of stuff going on here, of very, very smart people that have made a lot of money. Reporters are another good example, because reporters, unlike business people, don't necessarily have a vested interest in telling you how great they are. I had some historical examples here of companies I am not a big fan of, but on the bright side, they're all amazing companies. They do terrible things, but economically, all of those models I mentioned here make sense. And the last slide, which is going to be not enough time in 6 seconds to talk about, are a bunch of books I recommend, but I only have 2 seconds left, so I can't talk about them.